The king of prime time, Ghana's undisputed entertainment laureate, and still the youngest old man in Ghana. Put your hands together, show some love for the indefatigable KSM.
It's the KSM show.
Thank you. Folks, I keep telling you this, man, that the one thing I love about this job, it is the only job that gives me the audacity to go to somebody's office and then invite him to be my guest in his office. And I'm telling you, man, it's a great job. And today, I'm in the office of somebody who needs no introduction, man. He's the Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Honorable, welcome, man. Okay, so I'm in the office of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. We're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, nothing less than a showdown. We'll be right back.
The KSM show.
Hi, folks. First of all, let me say a big thank you to all the loyal patrons of Cactus Creek. We really appreciate your patronage and thank you very much. Continue coming. And for those of you who have never been there, I wonder why. I mean, how can you not be at Cactus Creek? I don't know whether it's the green, the trees, I don't know if it's the pool, the conference room, the amazing, delectable dishes. Anywhere you look at it, Cactus is the place to be. So take this number and call us, make a reservation, and come by and let us pamper you. The number is 055
Madam, please, where's your Metro card?
Metro card?
Yes.
What is Metro card?
The MMT has introduced a new system of accessing the buses. There's a new electronic system of payment right now, which means you don't need the old ticket to board the bus. Now you can get this new Metro card from the Accra and Kumasi terminals. And remember, this Metro card is transferable.
Metro card.
The Metro card is so unique that it's going to ensure everybody does not go through the hustle and bustle of trying to buy a ticket from the conductor, which means you don't have to join queues anymore. And remember, this card is not an ATM card. It can only be used to board the Metro bus.
And how much is the card?
The Metro card goes for 13 Ghana cedis, but because we want to make it accessible to everyone, we are charging just 2 Ghana cedis.
The new Metro Mass buses will continue to accept tickets, but this will last for only 6 months, after which the ticket will be totally out of the system.
My brother.
Yeah.
It was the whole party voting. Kennedy will win hands down. But because it's the delegates, Baumia will win. That's what he told me. You know, so of course, we know the results. But I also remember somebody saying before the voting that, oh, Kennedy, when you're 10% crowd, and you go close to 40. Did the results shock you?
Well, it did shock me because I was expecting to get more than
Oh, you?
yes. But there were some mishaps somewhere along the line during the D-Day. That is why we got that percentage. If not, it would have gone up.
Really? So you were expecting more?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I talked to somebody who said that she said she's very sure that you are very happy because even you didn't expect that many people.
No, I disagree with that statement because I've been in politics for so many years and I knew what I was doing. So getting 37.4% that people are congratulating me, I don't simply get it. I don't think it's a good performance.
Oh, you didn't like the performance?
No, at all. I think I was going to do better than that. or I should have done better than that. So I don't compensate myself with 37.5. No.
This is small.
Therefore, yeah, it's too small.
Just on well, be that as it may, you know, people still talk to you that you made a very, very good showing. Okay. This is just out of the way, you know, I'm just curious.
I understand.
Yeah. But let's say, but may I advise you to be vice?
No, that I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
No. I just want to allow him to do whatever he wants to do. And I don't want to be vice. What am I going to say? I have nothing to say. So I believe in democracy, so I want it to work. I stay back and watch. Whatever contribution we have to give, we will contribute. But I will not accept vice as if at all costs Agyapong has to be among the leaders. No. One thing I've always said is that you don't need to be president alone to effect change in people's lives. There are so many ways you can effect change in people's lives. I have businesses that have employed many Ghanaians, and I put food on their table. They are able to take care of their family. I think it's self-gratifying to see people working for me and taking care of themselves. So even the Bible says, man shall not live by bread alone. So it's not only politics that can allow or make individuals make a difference in society. So me, I accept the results graciously, but I want to stay back, and see how events unfold. I don't want to be a vice president. Okay. It doesn't mean I'm against him. I'm not against him. But to tell you the truth, why I cannot be a vice president is that I will speak my mind. And I'm not going to be made. And in Ghana here, if you speak your mind, they will succeed branding you as the bad vice president. So I stay quietly. Because I have certain principles that I will not compromise. And that will seem like I'm being rude. And that they will think you're undermining him. So I just avoid everything, stay back, and
come on and be my vice. Speak your mind. I don't come as a me too, come as a co-driver. What if that offer is made?
I have political experience, and especially what happened during the primaries. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. So whatever offer you give me, I'm sorry.
You don't trust the offer?
No. I don't trust anybody. Because you help them. When they get to the position, they dump you. I will not allow myself to be used by anybody again. And I need respect. This year, I'll be 64 years. So I will not allow anybody to treat me like I'm a trash. That one, I'm sorry. So let them do their own thing. And we stay back. We are all party members. We are going to campaign for some people. So look, my brother, if you know what business can bring to you, you will not be fighting to be vice president or minister or what. I contested this election because I wanted to make a difference in society. In the sense that I've been in parliament, this is the 24th year. I've been in politics before that. And I have seen the problems we are facing as a nation. And I think we need to address those issues. So I thought Look, staying back and criticizing will not be enough. If you are the driver himself, you can share your vision and you can implement it and sitting back and talking. That is why I decided to come in. But if that's not what Ghanaians want, I believe in democracy. And therefore, some are saying go independent. No, I'm not going to go independent. Because going into that contest, I knew and asserted myself that it's 50-50. You can win, you can lose. So if you lose, why would you say that I'm going independent? No, I will not do that to my party. Just that I've learned some lessons that I'm sorry to tell you the truth. I don't trust anybody. You can be anybody. If my will, I don't want to do it. You can't convince me. With the experience I got from this election, no way.
So is this generally you don't trust people or you don't trust politicians, or just generally you have no trust for anyone at all, period?
I would say politicians. Because you can help somebody to get a position. And when he gets the position, he forgets how he started. And to protect his position, he goes against you. And that is what I learned from it. You see, some people say, oh, he's bitter. I'm not bitter. I have a lot of money to spend for myself. It's not every MP who didn't vote for me that I'm angry at. No. Everybody has a choice. But the very people who were my friends that I have helped to bring them to parliament is not a betrayal, but the bad things they said about me, that is where I have a problem. So who says I'm not bitter? I'm bitter. I'm bitter not because Vice President won. I'm bitter because the people that I have helped. If you are not going to vote for me, no problem. But the insults, I can't forgive them.
Wow. Now, these very people, were they people who had assured you privately that they are going to vote for you, or they didn't?
No. I didn't need any assurance. Like I said, if you support Dr. Bawumia, it's your choice. I don't have a problem if you don't insult me. Again, anybody that I have not helped, and through his own efforts, he came to parliament. If he even insults me, I don't have a problem. But I have a problem with people that I helped. Some of them became ministers. Some of them became MPs.
Through your efforts?
Yes. And they were the people who were making derogatory statements about me. That is very difficult to forgive.
And knowing
why is it that if it's easy to forgive everybody who supported Allah, they are sideline them? And when it comes to me, you say forgive. They will pretend that I will not pretend. That's the problem. I will not pretend. I will let you know that I didn't appreciate what you did.
And my last question was going to be, knowing that you don't like pretending, these people that you said you expected better from them, but not only did they betray you, but they actually said derogatory things about you.
Exactly.
Have you confronted them and told them?
If you make a mistake and approach me, I'll give it to you as well. You see, people say, oh, the guy is rude, this guy. You see, such people, the mere fact that they get the courage to come to you means at the back of your mind, you are stupid. You are stupid. And I'll prove to you that I'm not. I'm not. They can say whatever they want to say. It's me. At the end of the day, it's Agyapong. If I die today, they will replace me. So I'll tell you my peace of mind so that you stay where you are. That's it. But I'm not peeved because I learned my lesson from 2008. When I put my resources, my soul and will, money, everything to support President Akufo-Addo. When he lost, I got heart problem. So my doctors, they counseled me. They didn't know I was a politician until they saw my heartbeat and all those things. So I learned my lesson from that time, that I will campaign, I'll do everything, but I'll not religiously get involved and say that is do, die. And therefore, if I don't win or Mr. B doesn't win, I should get heart problems. That has cushioned me. Look, who says I'm bitter? When the results were coming and I saw that the vice president has won, I told my team, I'm going home. Anybody who wants to drink champagne, come. We were drinking champagne. And I gladly decided to go and congratulate the vice president. But I'll be honest with you, when I got there on the stage, the people that have insulted me, I got so annoyed. That day was the first time I took my wife to public gathering like that. She saved me. I would have misbehaved. I will tell you the truth.
Misbehavior means you would have physically attacked them?
No, when I took the mic, the things I was going to say, I just controlled myself. And again, it is not them alone. I was speaking to the party and the nation. So that I had to control myself and, but I was going there, I knew I've lost. Let me tell you the truth. Here, this building, we have 42 offices. My intention was that, we do civil campaign. If I lose, I'll give it to the winner to use it as a campaign office. All my campaign, you've seen some of them sitting there. I'll give it to the winner to support. But the way they verify me, I've stayed quiet. I allow them to do whatever they are doing. These pickups, I'm not going to use it for anybody, but I won't give it to anybody.
Will I keep them here?
Yeah, I'll keep them here.
What did they send a delegation?
A delegation.
Officially.
A delegation.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, one MP in Western Region said to A+ that, as for Agyapong, he can win the general election, but we will not give it to him. And after that, then he asked, do you think you can do away with Agyapong? He said, after that, we'll go and beg him. He went to South Africa and repeated the same thing. So, delegation from where? The delegation, they didn't see what they were saying, or they didn't hear what they were saying. I don't think any delegation can come to me. It's my choice. And you see, let me tell you, I like vice president. I can easily communicate with him, but the people around him, the things they say will be difficult. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to campaign. I'm going to campaign for some people. And I use my own money to campaign. I don't take party money. Or no presidential candidate has ever given me money to go and campaign for him. So I'll use my own money and campaign for certain candidates. So I don't have a problem. So I'm still a party man. I'll do it.
Give it up, man. Listen, this thing is getting very, very interesting, but it's time to take a commercial break. So we'll take a commercial break. When we come back, more of Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. We'll be right back.
The KSM Show.
Hi, folks. First of all, let me say a big, big, big thank you to all the loyal patrons of Cactus Creek. We really appreciate your patronage and thank you very much.
Madam, please, where's your Metro card?
Metro card?
Yes.
What is Metro card?
The MMT has introduced a new system of accessing the buses. There's a new electronic system of payment right now, which means you don't need the old ticket to board the bus. Now you can get this new Metro card from the Accra and Kumasi terminals. And remember, this Metro card is transferable.
Metro card.
The Metro card is so unique that it's going to ensure everybody does not go through the hustle and bustle of trying to buy a ticket from the conductor, which means you don't have to join queues anymore. And remember, this card is not an ATM card. It can only be used to board the Metro bus.
And how much is the card?
The Metro card goes for 13 Ghana cedis, but because we want to make it accessible to everyone, we are charging just 2 Ghana cedis.
The new Metro Mass buses will continue to accept tickets, but this will last for only 6 months, after which the ticket will be totally out of the system.
My brother,
Yes.
this card is not meant for ATM machine.
So it's meant for what?
It's only used in Metro bus only.
This card is meant for.
So, Doc, when you read the 20,
The new Metro Mass
what is coming, the next PAC hearings on 2023 will even be more mind-boggling.
Really?
Just this Cocoa Road report alone, it has emerged that 226 contracts awarded, 87% of them were not competitive. Single sourcing. 87%.
I remember corruption reading and in fact, the acts of corruption.
87%.
That's for institutes.
Yeah. And this is Nana Akufo-Addo, 23rd August 2016. He put out the
KSM Show.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we are back. We're back with Honorable Candidate Agyapong. And listening to you, Honorable, I can tell that you've been hurt. You know, I'm not saying you are peeved, maybe, but you have been hurt. It seems like the betrayal really did affect you. Is that the story?
It has not affected me in any way.
Okay.
No. Just that when I see them, then I cast my mind back. Some of them, I just handpick them like this. And they are ministers. But no problem. They want to protect their positions. Because some of them, I understand them from the appointment that they made. I was just teasing them that, well, you betray your good friend to get a minister, so no problem. Some of them, they were ministers and they are still ministers. Because to tell you the truth, maybe if they had not taken a position like that, they would have relieved them from their positions. And most of them, they are not like me, a businessman. Me, I can change this water, the design and the value will be more than what it is today. Some of them, then is there. They don't have, with all due respect to them, they don't have the creative mind to turn things around. So maybe if they are not ministers, they will not survive. So me, I'm okay. I've never taken any position. President Kufuor's time, he called me and asked me to go to Minister of Interior as Deputy Minister of Interior. I said no to him, but I made one request that it was my boss who brought me into MPP party, politics and all. Because my family, there's no politician in there. My boss, he recently died. You know, we have not even done the funeral. So, Mr. President, I thank you very much. But I want you to give this deputy ministerial appointment to my boss. Said, oh, your boss, this position is too small. I said, but okay, go and discuss with him if he will take it. So I went to my boss. He's called Lawyer Kwajua from Mesid. So I went to him and said, boss, lawyer, I called him lawyer. This is what President Kufuor has offered me, but I don't want to be a minister. I mentioned your name. He said, we are too big for deputy ministerial appointment. I said, oh no, you will serve. So I quickly went to President Kufuor and told him that, oh, he has accepted. That's how come Lawyer Siedu first became Deputy Minister of Interior. Then he moved him to Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. And the last part of President Kufuor's administration, he was the Regional Minister for Eastern Region, Lawyer Kwajua from Mesid. So all I'm trying to say is, I'm not somebody who is always fighting to be the helm of affairs. I know what I'm capable of doing. And my joy is business. To wake up in the morning, go to my work premises and see the number of people that are working. And I say to myself, wow, a poor soul, Agyapong from Asay Dompim, who was hawking on the street, now has this number of workers. I become so happy. So it's not only politics. But sometimes politics matters because if you make a mistake and be complacent that, oh, my business is doing well and therefore I don't care who becomes the president, then you are making it because a president can make one policy and it will affect your business and collapse your business. So it is always important to make sure that we have right leaders in this country. And my brother, I'm telling you, what Ghana needs as a leader is a pragmatic leader and not theorist. I see myself as a pragmatic leader. What I would have done to this country. People are saying inflation, depreciation of the city, simple. This man made a fantastic statement and it became his name, domestication. You see, we are too bookish. We didn't get what Mr. Danlati, we didn't get what he was trying to say. But let me break it down to you. During my campaign, I was talking about maize, sugarcane, cassava that we can use for ethanol. My brother, there's a company in this country that imports 20 million liters of ethanol, 2 million tons of ethanol. On the world market today, ethanol, 1 ton is $962. Multiplied by 2 million tons, you get about $1.852 billion. How much do we get from cocoa? How much do we get from cocoa? And the process of getting this ethanol, all the byproducts, you can use some of them for poultry feeds. We can generate electricity out of it. I still maintain that. Let them go everywhere and check if what I'm saying is not the truth. Besides using this ethanol for alcohol, beverages, and everything, we can use the ethanol to mix. Today, they have increased prices of fuel. Okay? Meanwhile, if we domesticate and say that we're going to have import substitution industries or companies, meaning we'll build ethanol factory, then we stop importation of ethanol. If you do 300,000 liters a day for 300 days in a year, you need 42,000 acres of maize farm. Now, if you do the calculation, the 300,000 liters is nowhere near what that company in this Ghana imports. So you need about 700,000 liters a day. Before 300 days, you can get 21 million. My brother, as a nation, very simple for us to do. What is the use of the common fund in this country? We could have used the common fund to have every assembly should have 1,000 acres of maize farm. We have 275 constituencies. Every constituency, 1,000 acres. You have 275,000 acres. If you strike it by 300,000 liters, which a day that you need 42,000. My brother, you can have about 6 of 300,000 liters a day ethanol factory. And 6 by 300 is 1.8. you know. So 18 million or whatever, you can now say that we are not going to import ethanol into this country. We are self-sufficient. We can use sugarcane. The largest producer of ethanol is America. They use maize. Second is Brazil. They use sugarcane. They mix it with the fuel price, the fuel. So the prices of fuel in Brazil is lower than oil. India is doing the same thing. You see, God has given everybody a gift. But how we handle it. The Arabs, because of the desert, that they are getting all these oils. We, without the desert, have arable lands, forests, everything that we can also do it, match the oil. But what are we doing? What are we doing? Cassava. We use cassava, starch, all pharmaceutical industries, paper industries, poultry. My brother, do you know what we can do in this country? Recently, a reputable man came to me. He said, Cotton Development Authority. He was talking to me. I just picked the phone and called my partners. When I called them on Thursday, they were there when I called. Friday, the report that they brought to me, I didn't even know about Tumu or the cotton that they have over there. So I called the guys to come. I handed over the paper. I said, oh, I thank you. You know what? We're looking for money just for feasibility studies. We don't have it. But bam, my connection, I got it for that. I said, take it, go and study it. Come back to me. I was talking to the speaker yesterday, and he confirmed that cotton, when he was in school, he was doing vacation employment in the cotton farms. ABA Fuseni also confirmed that he was doing vacation employment at the cotton farms. What has happened to us? And in the report, the guy said, Burkina is doing very well in cotton production. Benin, now the president has taken charge himself, cotton production. Then he said, it means Ghana, you are not doing something right. To the Cotton Development Authority, I wasn't aware. They made me aware that they have over 1 million hectares, not acres, of farms suitable for cotton. And the last point they made was that we have a buyer to take off-taker agreement we can sign with you. The company in India will buy all these. My brother, if you put, look, soya beans, coconut, banana. Last 2 weeks, I was in London. I went to Waitrose and I bought banana, and it was produce of Ghana. I said, gee, then why don't we promote banana, growing banana here, if the market is there? Yeah, I saw it. Then I saw a package about this height. Coconut juice from Sri Lanka, 2.75p at a pharmacy shop called a Boots. So, look, there's so many things we can do in this country. And
yeah, sorry. Not to cut you off. So are you sort of like reflecting on how the extent to which we are not able to utilize resources that can would have
exactly. We are so dependent on foreigners for our survival.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah. And on this note, because the first time I heard you talk about running for president, well, I don't know how long you've had that goal to run for president, but the first time I saw you on TV and you said you were so frustrated and talked about, I have to even run for presidency, was when the NPP decided to go to IMF. That's when the first time I heard you, in your reaction to that, you said, no, things have got to change and I'm going to be president. In other words, was this a part of the agenda that you're having, that we should be so independent that places like IMF and all the other should all be cut off?
Yes. You see, I didn't have intention of running or to become a president, although I agree that every politician aspires to the climax. But I later decided to contest because I realized, look, if there will be change and there will be youth employment, if we can improve on it, create job opportunities for the youth. Let me borrow the word domestication. Then latte, domestication. Then Agyapong. That's the way to go. Yesterday, I was talking to Honorable Agyapong, and he said he has a lot of rice, paddies. He can't get a buyer. I just pick a phone. Meanwhile, I have a friend called Jirasua who has built a nice rice mill and he doesn't have paddies. So I just called and connected them and said, speak to him and go and sell. Rice and sugar. We import over $1.4 billion in this country. And you see, I'm mentioning all these because if you want to stabilize our currency, this is the way we have to go. Because importing 1.4 billion puts a stress on our currency. And the dollar becomes more expensive because the demand is higher than the supply. And therefore, when demand is higher than supply, people tend to offer higher prices to get it. Then the moment the dollar goes up, our cedi depreciates, meaning you need more cedis to go and buy. So if we are able to stop importation of ethanol, minimum $3 billion will be saved. Not saved, but we protect it. There will be no rush, and therefore we can stabilize it. If we do say to sugarcane and sugar and rice, 1.4 billion, there will be no rush. That takes you to about $4.4 billion. Soya beans, yam. I have a technology whereby President Kufuor's time, Kwashiga, when he was a minister, my partner and myself, we went to Holland with yam for experiment. We can store yam for 8 months in this country. What do we do? All you need is a warehouse and just small machines even to process it into yam chips. You go to all these fast foods and they are promoting potatoes, potato chips which they import. I think going to Vice President's region, I also saw that they produce a lot of potatoes. All we need is to have warehouses that we can store it for 8 months and have yam chips we can export. Nigeria, they have yam powder. Every African market you go, you see yam powder there. Now, brother, what are we doing? It is not English. I look at them and they are speaking English. All this English, their pocket is empty. Their pocket, you are speaking big English. Your pocket is empty because you are a tourist. You are not a pragmatic person. The things are there clearly that this is the way to go. My brother, when I visited Volta region, I said to myself, wow, Rawlings has done a disservice to his own people. With these lands, what he could have done, the industries we could have created in Volta region. I went to the north, saw these vast lands, and the people are poor. How? What is wrong with us as human beings? I said to myself, look, what South Africans have done, we Ghanaians can do it too. What any country, India, with all the, now that the biggest population, the largest, they have about 1.5 billion. They're beating China. And still, they are able to produce rice and export it to Ghana. How? Why can't we do it? So all I'm saying is, now we talk of cocoa, it's a shame that even the local industries that are producing cocoa import cocoa. We should be able to talk about it.
And we will be able to talk about it. It's getting very exciting, folks. And unfortunately, time has caught up with us. But with your kind permission, Honorable, we have to do one more episode so that next week we can explain to the people the trajectory you have started on. Incidentally, next week will be considered our Independence Day episode. So I think show some love, man. It will be very, very, very appropriate to have our Independence Day episode on what happened to Ghana and what are we doing as a nation. Folks, stick around. This conversation is continuing next week. So in the meantime, in between time, until we come back next week, our Independence Day version to talk about what went wrong. Put your hands together, show some love one more time for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. And until next week, we are out of, let the whole world say, here.
Maybe I'm Ghana for me. This so be oh, Mama Georgina say na so good evening. Also, I've just joined the program long ago, but couldn't comment because I was a little bit busy. No problem. Charlie, guys, some more honorable Ken. More honorable Ken. Let me show my face small. Hey, maybe. I'm in my kitchen. Let me show my face small. Me commenting free her. More honorable Ken. More was an answer one sister. The story answer. Baby ojina. And some more kind of campaign time. Na wasa kind of emumre do na. And just a papa no on intro. Only time or debate intro. What you say? Banana say me or kaye. 2 weeks ago or ba London na yehuno or can the same thing chere me name my husband. No catch say hey wabe hu Ghana banana waha na say ni na me say honorable coconut water omo bottle coconut water no krom ha £2 something any so ko hu bi wo boots wo come Marks and Spencer kube a yede to say Coca-Cola opener na sheso no yede straw back wato so £3.75 Ghana yemfa kube nyehwe kube ye 1 Ghana what you say there's so much we can do yet one ye dia grow but there me there were interview we money say ye papa KSM say when ya botre na why interview honorable Ken at this time wahu say there's no noise they be ani ho so now people can listen to honorable Ken Agyapong better and get to understand him better and receive him better as opposed to during the campaign time nana obia picking the side the power pay inti ade na ye gidi no afen and nkrofoba be who he really is. And I like the calmness or the interview no the demeanor or the interview no. I like the fact that he really stepped into himself and who he is and his power and authority what he say. And not going to reduce himself for anybody in the MPP to mess up with him anymore. I like that. The fact that he has psyched himself before November 4th, you know, which he even said it. Amra Okotone Nabana journalist in the interview. Okay, say, and then 50-50. He's been a politician for a long time. Until we're preparing or we near fine, one we near fine. But another thing, our honorable Khan and Nigeria is so powerful is the fact that November 4th, Accra Sports Stadium, Nankobeke Kanadria Chere party phony bipa, but the fact that his wife was there, that is so powerful. The love and respect for his wife, it shows the kind of woman he's married to as well. How powerful she is, in as much as she doesn't talk. Auntie Christy Onkasa. But it shows how very powerful she is. Because for a woman of Auntie Christy caliber, Obi Onsheda Nkasa, to really have Honorable Kennedy Agyapong contain himself on that night, and for such a powerful man, to say, said the only reason why I composed myself, sir, and is because my wife was there. Mamma mia, that is so powerful, so deep, so beautiful. What you say, Auntie Charlie? We do have a president in Honorable Ken. We do have a leader in him, and I see it say, this is the beginning of greater things to come. This is the beginning of the journey for 2028, or whenever our Honorable Ken Beba. Let's continue to stand with him. Let's continue to stand by him, behind him, in front of him, wherever we can stand. Let's continue to push the Kennedy Agyapong agenda. And trust me, Papa Nobody president will mind Ghana. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong will be president in Ghana. Anybody and everybody should mark it everywhere. We have so much power and authority as human beings, as God's creation. We determine who we want to be leader in our country. What you say? And like I always say, it took human beings to believe in Akufo-Addo, to see something in Akufo-Addo and stay with him from 2008, 2012 to 2016. We will stand with Honorable Ken as long as it takes. There might be bumps on the road. There might be frustrations along the line. There might be times where we might feel like quitting. But we will do our best to stay with Honorable Ken. Because people stayed with Akufo-Addo. The reason why Akufo-Addo is loyalty, is because they stood with him. What you say? Not that we are going to stand with Honorable Ken and Dachi Yeba some phone Wagana Dabi. But the point I'm trying to make, they say, it will take an army of people to stay with him, to continue to push him, because when he sees the energy from Asa, and on ebe encouraging and say Omra, and on ebe motivating, because this is a multi-millionaire we are talking about. He doesn't have to be president for anything. We need him. Samubeka campaign time Yanameka. We need Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong doesn't need us, because we're the president our own. What you say? It's ye na ye hiano. Now ye na ye hiano. Sebio ye mubimu ye we ye bibidi. But ye share ye chrono, ye share or mine in the. We need him to help us to fix our minor, fix our broken systems, fix our broken institutions, lay something down for Inchirima Fuono, especially in Yuma industries. What you say? And you know, Yankopon Yadana say, Bibi said they all can say, Oshia Honorable Agyapong, former. Is he still there? No, he's not the health minister. He's Akufo-Addo a yine free one now. Oshia Agyapong Enreya. Agyapong has a rice farm. He doesn't have a buyer. Honorable Kennedy Agyapong has a buyer. Immediately networking, we're connecting Omumi, right there and then we're resolving Agyapong problem. What kind of pami no abum? And an pencil 80 air cano. And so we never saw Agyapong campaigning for Honorable Ken. Yeah, pencil 80, former health minister. We never saw, thank you, well done for raising that point. We never saw Agyapong campaigning for Honorable Ken. But when we say a son say owo akuma panti, a son so owo akuma pa, he has done the right thing. We're connecting in the panimunu. Obia benya bibi, what you say? And you know, and he's still all about jobs. He's still all about jobs for the youth. Enra information a join news the buy 1.3 million youth. 1.3 million youth between the ages of 15 to 35. And nipa 1.3 million. Omuni ejumaya wagana. 1.3 youth. Some of them were employed before. They've lost their jobs now. Samobekaya just before Christmas last year, and statistics by Ghana Statistical Service, 800,000 more people, almost 1 million people, have been added to the poverty line in Ghana. In this Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration, into Ube catcher me say, what the bold solutions after 7 years of being vice president, economic wizard, economic if I could see him, ukra solutions, what the solutions say ba uba will be 2.1 million jobs. Na se enre ya catch and say 1.3 million Ghanaian youth any ejumaye. Yet we had an opportunity in Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. By this time, anka yewa reshim se oba bebuye nyuma. What costed the youth of Ghana a nipa 1.3. When ani ye catch MPP delegates, ye can ye no masem yinara. Say nemo. This is the reality of the matter. They say 1.3 ni nyina. So 1.3 omunyina ka 800,000 people plus they say they are all now living below the poverty line. Now if we leave this another 4 years, can you imagine until the year catch Ghana for say we do not care about digitalization at this point. People need jobs, people need livelihoods, real livelihoods. Segamo wa livelihoods ka ha wakum sin to be kanchero say we say rent boy de wa Ghana besen ko Canada. When Howard Kumsi knows, he say the rate of the Canadian dollar is higher than the Ghana cedi. How much is one Canadian dollar in Ghana cedis? Eye bobro, what you say? Ente no chale. Canada unemployment rate versus Ghana unemployment rate. You cannot even begin to compare. What do you mean compare? Now what's a Ghana catch the Ghana youth say? So one more complaining renter. Omo messing konkoshe Canada and some food the NTC. Enti chale, nyame proud chena meba na yedi nkomo kakra. Why? Nyame ne hene bibia be okay. It's a journey kakra. There be an honorable Kenekan, ye mompa ye man na onya holding and one ye here. Enti na nyame ka ye ho na onye obi akese pencil say auntie salary per month self compared to Canada. Menam kachire Ghana minimum wage per day, per the whole day. Saying 11 Ghana cedis was saying, aha, and 16-year-old for ejibe £8 something an hour, every 1 hour beer. What the babe compare Ghana? What they compare Ghana? Say Ghana for messing konkoshe Canada. And teachale, sa manifesto come where and semi honorable king. Mena me come chiramu, ombe piafa kuguba baomia manifesto, no one mommy shadi. Omo be 5 years see na kogu manifesto dum enso nya ade omo beye enso Honorable Kennedy Agyapong ne ba ya anka ye wa rehyirim se obeye enti mama ye ngina na chi entai na chi enkoso aye mpushi. And like I keep saying, the only way we can achieve this and they say ye be ma enkrofo ye free ho by voting for John Mahama or voting for Alan Kyerematen. Enti ye besre monto abanema JM monto ma Alan Monchurch the moment crofronti ase adekronti aye kwa akoto abanama JM adekronti aye kwa akoto ama Alan against ye party ye tuati ye party to make way for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong ni papa to come obanso be constitute a solid team around him and ye woman say party in the past 8 years na odi omoebu omaino anokwarefo no ni omoebu omaino. Etino ya mombi yankwada nyamene hene. Yeah, we'll wait for part 2 whenever KSM is ready, maybe next week. Not yet part 2 neso. To see you guys, God willing, tomorrow. Bye. Good night. Bye-bye.